Well, mental health issues are serious nationwide, but when people are dealing with a mental health crisis, they often don't know where to turn. Having people in the community trained to help in these solutions is very important.
In Columbus, the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline Center Contact Helpline held a mental health first aid training session. Our Kamari Hamer attended the training. Kamari, you talked to the organizers and they said this is all to teach the community how to help someone dealing with a crisis.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Grace. So imagine someone around you feeling depressed or having a breakdown and not knowing how to deal with the situation. Well, that's the reality for a lot of families, but this training, much like physical first aid, can help get someone stabilized until they can get to the professional help they need.
I lost a child to an accidental drug overdose in 2023, and I feel like I knew what he was going through. I knew he was struggling with some depression, but I didn't know to what extent.
For Tracy Morrison,
knowing that my cousin had just lost his son, it made me feel more immediately about his mental health.
And Jonathan Connie, mental health is a sensitive subject. Connie and Morrison both know firsthand the impacts a mental health crisis can have on families, which is why they attended the mental health first aid training. The training taught educators and business leaders active listening skills and practice and presented them with realistic scenarios. Morrison says there are all skills that she wishes she would have known sooner.
When my son first started having some issues with grades, I really thought he was just lazy, typical teenage boy. But, it was deeper than that.
According to the National Alliance on Mental Illness, 23.4% of adults in the United States experienced mental illness in 2024.
Mental health situations, mental health illness is obviously widespread. It's bigger than we know, and that we need to look over that and realize that the stigma needs to drop.
Connie says learning different coping measures and how to help people dealing with a crisis can make a big difference for many families.
If you can come to an event that can teach you what to do to observe, what to do to listen and how to listen, I really feel like that's the most important part. Without knowledge, there's just a lot of ignorance.
And more than 20 people participated in this training, and Executive Director for 988 Suicide Crisis Line Center Contact Helpline Katrina Sullivan tells WCBI her organization plans to hold more of these work sessions in the future.